All right, we have made it to the Gold Coast. Nikita Tszyu versus Ben Mmani. Nikita, it's been a few months since we caught up, since we've spoken, mate. How's life? How's the past couple of months? We haven't seen you on social media. You're fully locked into fight week now, though.
After my fight, I went on some trips with my friends, with my family. Just got away from things. Spent like a good month just doing nothing, just enjoying some downtime.
What is it about, I guess, getting off grid or getting away from the city that you like? What do you gain from that sort of environment?
Less interactions with humans. That's what I thrive in.
Where'd you go? What did you get up to?
We went on one trip to Kilcare. Stay with Airbnb with my friends. Then I took my wife and daughter and two of my dogs to Jindabyne. We're hoping to catch some snow. Didn't catch any snow, but we got to hang around the lake. Got to go on hikes every single day. And then I went on a trip out, kind of like Blue Mountains-ish. Went and did some camping. Camped out in 0 degrees with my toddler, and that was an experience.
What has being a father, married life, being a father, how's that changed your mindset as a fighter and how you approach boxing more broadly as well?
It showed to me how meaningless the sport really is, how little it means to me. This is like my wife and daughter, they're everything. That's all that really matters when I really think about it. And boxing is just a small part of what I do. It's a selfish, guilty pleasure of mine where I'm just having fun, but I don't know, it just doesn't define me.
At what point does that, that mindset change as you get closer to the fight? When do you start looking at Ben Mahoney, the opponent, and when do you sort of zone in?
Well, throughout the camp, I'm zoned in. It's hard not to be when you're constantly training. You're constantly pushing your body to progress. I do a good job of disconnecting from the sport, but then I also have a good way of connecting back into it, and I feel like I have a pretty good balance at the moment. But when it comes to fight week, I separate myself from my family. They're back at home with their granddad, looking after the family. I'm out here for my work trip, and I've got a job at hand, and that silence that I feel in my hotel room at the moment, that's zoning me in. That separation from the things that I love.
Looking back on the career to date, your performances, is there a performance that stands out for you as I guess your best performance you look back on, or is it the Mizudia win or the last fight? Everyone sort of said you look great in that fight. How do you assess your development right now?
With an honest critique, I think each fight I've actually progressed. I've shown improvements in every single fight, and so I guess the Diaz fight was my best one since.
What about sparring for this camp, man? You brought anyone in? Had Dylan Biggs in there for the last camp, I think. What's the sparring look like for this one?
We had a whole bunch of fighters come through. I'm not going to drop any names or anything, but we had a lot of variety of different type of styles, different. We brought in a couple of amateur boys just to bring that quick, fast-paced rounds going through. Having to make those quick adjustments of multiple sparring partners, and Yeah, I don't know, man. Sparring.
What about, we saw an article today, Keith Thurman has sort of said he wants to fight you. We saw Tony Harrison come here last week saying, and you gave that great line about an erection and all this sort of stuff. How do you feel about these big names wanting to fight you?
I don't care. Yeah, I'm flattered.
But do you see, I guess, what they think they get from you in your name and your ability as well? You don't feel used by these guys at all?
Well, of course it's because of my name. Of course it's because of the... For them, it's... They probably look at it as an easy fight. But yeah, they're obviously capitalizing on the name that my dad has cemented.
All right, so Ben Mmani, you sort of described him as what could be your toughest fight to date. Looking at him, what do you see and why do you expect a tough fight here on Wednesday night?
I think he's very skillful. He's got a lot of patience, and he also has aggression. He punches with intent, and I think he's got the ability to take shots as well. I don't see it being an easy night at all.
All right, fight week kicked off tonight. Grand arrivals. How are you sort of dealing with the media events? Being asked the same questions over again. Does it get to you? How are you dealing with that side of boxing?
I think you can notice that I'm getting a little bit more impatient with my responses. I guess you might see a little bit more smart-ass answers from me. Just different ways for me to entertain myself. How many times can you listen to the same question, and how many times can you respond the exact same way? There's only so many, so I might start throwing some curveballs out there.
All right. Well, curveball question. Give us your no. Give us your top 3 pound for pound in boxing. I'll give you some names like Usyk.
No, I know fighters. I'm not that retarded, but I don't care that much. Yeah. I don't idolize people that much.
That makes sense.
There's good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Last one then.
Yeah, Mayweather, Tyson. Let's go.
Last one then. What does the next few days look like? How do you relax? How do you unwind? What are you expecting?
Next few days, well, we've done all the hard training, so just try not injure myself. Don't do anything crazy. Don't get sick. Don't run around the streets naked. Simple shit. All
right, there you go. Hopefully we don't see you on Cavill Avenue later in the week.
Definitely not. If you do, then I've lost it. I've lost the plot.
All right, good luck, bro. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.